Well, good morning, welcome back, thanks for joining us again. Remember, as always, if you're loving these videos, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and remember, check out our Patreon site. You can get live streams, behind the scenes footage, lots of extra content. Now, as you can see, I'm inside the workshop today. The weather isn't the best, and we're still in Willington, which for you saw us the last week, but for us that was a couple of weeks ago now. So this is a 14-day mooring, and we've been on here now for 14 days, and well, just coming up to 14 days. It's now Monday. Wednesday is our 14-day time up period, and the reason we've been here is because we are frantically making stock. Now, why are we frantically making stock? Simple reason: the plans have now changed. When we set out and we was planning everything over winter, we was heading down to Oxford, and the plan was to get to Fradley Junction, go down to Coventry, onto the North Oxford, and that way down towards Oxford, obviously trading along the way. When we got to Fradley, we decided it would be a shame not to get to the end of the Trent and Mersey while we're so close to it, and then we could say we've done the entire length of the Trent and Mersey. So that's what we did. That's why we've ended up down in Willington. But we're now doing a very big festival, which is in Leicester, and it's Leicester Riverside Festival, and it's taking place this weekend coming, which is the Queen's Jubilee weekend. The festival's only on the Saturday and Sunday, but there's probably about 30,000 people attend it, maybe more, maybe less. And we've got in. Basically, we applied. We thought we'll give it a go. They've accepted us. They want us down there, so we've got to get down there. If we go down Fradley and go that way down, we'll end up going down up past Chirk and up into Leicester. It was something like 100 miles or so. It was ridiculously long, loads of locks, and took about 8-9 days to get there. Or we can go to the end of the Trent and Mersey, onto the River Trent, turn onto the River Soar, and the River Soar will take us straight into the middle of Leicester, and we can be there in about 2-3 days. So guess which way we're going? We're going down the River Soar. We've only ever done one river before, and that was the Weaver when we went down the boat lift, and that was only a quick trip down there and back. So yeah, I'm a little bit apprehensive about going down the River Soar. Apparently it's not that bad at all, so yeah, hopefully it isn't. Apparently it floods very quickly if it's raining, and the weather forecast for the rest of today, tomorrow and Wednesday is raining. So yeah, it may go into flood, I don't know. There's only one way we're going to find out, and that's to go and do it. Unfortunately, we've still got lots of work to do. Excuse me. And I don't know if you can hear in the background, that's actually Louise, and we'll go and see what she's doing in a moment, because a lot of people have been saying, well, we see what you're doing, but what does Louise do? Well, Louise does a lot of the blacksmithing. She doesn't do the sewing. I do the sewing, I do the leather work. Louise is a blacksmith, believe it or not. She likes doing the blacksmithing. At the moment she's getting on with some horseshoe artwork, and just cleaning up the horseshoes. Then we can turn it into a bit of artwork. Right, let's go and see what Lou's up to. And I think we've got some special guests outside that's come to see us, and if you're not sure who it is, here's a clue.
with it.
That's right, guys. It's Pat and Eileen from our Narrowboat quest.
Oh yeah.
Hi guys.
Are you alright? You've got a lot going on here.
Yeah. In between range stuff.
In between rainstorms, yeah. No, really
Which wasn't forecast.
No.
And then we've got blue sky again, so.
Yeah. No, it's really
Crazy.
So Louise has been busy cleaning the hardware.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what Lou's up to.
Yeah.
Down here.
When I can.
Yeah. You know what Lou's like. Well, you don't know what Lou's like because normally when the camera's pointing at Lou, she doesn't talk.
Yeah.
But off camera, you can't shut her up.
I was going to say Eileen bought a but I mean the
Shoulder
yes,
windlass.
a shoulder windlass holder.
The windlass holder, yeah.
Shoulder windlass holder.
Yeah.
We'll keep that in.
I wish I hadn't said it now.
Morning. Well, that's it. The engine's running. It's just warming up now. Everything else is done. The dogs are off here with Lou. He's supposed to be having a toilet break, but Shadow's decided he's playing with one of his sticks. And we're just waiting to go. It's 8 o'clock. It's Tuesday morning. We managed to get all the work done that we needed to do yesterday, luckily. There was the odd rain shower yesterday which kind of hindered a bit, but we got it all done. That's the important thing. We've made as much stock as we can now with the blacksmith items, the horseshoe items. Everything else that we make, we can make inside the boat. So we can do that while we're moving. It doesn't matter about the weather. And that's the big thing for us today. The waterproof jacket's on. The forecast for today is pretty much heavy rain all day, which we don't want because that's what we were told. If we get a lot of heavy rain, the river soar floods very easy. And yeah, I'm not keen on doing the river soar. It's the part when we get onto the Trent and then we have to turn right onto the river soar. We're kind of broadside in the current of the Trent and we have to turn without getting pushed, because if we do, we're going over the weir. But we should be fine. As long as the flow's not too bad, we'll be fine. And apparently it isn't that bad. So as long as we can get there before the rain, we should be fine.
Morning.
Well, I'm hoping the camera's picking that up, but blue sky and the sun's coming out, which is not what we had forecast. So we're just getting to our second lock of the day. It looks like we're going to be in with another boat, and it stopped raining. The day's just getting better. Well, welcome to Shardlaw. Sun's out. It's absolutely thrown it down in between, so filming's been a bit erratic. But yeah, we're here. It's lovely. It's sunny. It's warm. And it's a beautiful place. I mean, we're just on the water point at the minute. So we've just, let me spin round. The lock's that way, just behind Lew's Head. So we've just come out of there, and where the lock landing is also a water point. So we're taking this opportunity to get our water. We've just had some lovely steak bakes for lunch.
They were from Wayne Walker's.
Lou's shouting in background there. I don't know if that picked up, probably not. But she's telling me they were from Wayne Walker's, which is some kind of wholesale meat place in Stoke-on-Trent. So if you're at Westport Lake, you get over to Wayne Walker's. It's got some fantastic stuff in there. Got to go down the weed hatch because I think we've picked something up. She's running a bit sluggish at the minute. So while we stop getting water, we're going to get down the weed hatch and see if there's anything on there or whether it's fell off. But the next lock that we get to is lock number 1. And once we drop through that lock, we are no longer on the Trent and Mersey, and we will be at Derwent Mouth. So that's where the River Derwent and the River Trent meet up, and then we'll be on the River Trent. So yeah, when we do that last lock, that is the entire length of the Trent and Mersey Canal done. Luckily it's not plastic, it's all just weed, so it's coming off nice and easy. It's not rope or plastic, so it's not too bad. There's quite a lot of it.
Right.
Yeah, she's all done. Right, let's put her back together and off we go. I need to clean these drain channels out as well. These drain channels are getting a bit clogged up. Could do with getting them cleaned out when we stop somewhere as well. Right, we need to find somewhere to put that. We need a bin or something. What was that? I think that rain must be getting in somewhere. Well, just as predicted, we're not halfway down the lock and it's completely stopped raining. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there is blue sky up there. So we'll soon dry off. mouth of the River Derwent. Price of diesel.
178.
Welcome to the River Soar. So that behind us that's the River Trent, and that's going off, well, you'd actually go up the Cranfleet Cut, but that's going off up towards Nottingham, Beeston and that way, and we're now on the River Soar, which will take us down through into Leicester, and then we'll pick up the Grand Union Canal and down towards Crick and Braunston and that way. I was panicking about that turn, and do you know what? There's absolutely no flow on this whatsoever. Absolutely no flow. It's an absolute piece of doddle. So we're at Kegworth New Lock on the River Soar, and this is the last lock that we're going to do today, and I'll show you in a minute, but it definitely looks like someone's dropped a bit too much bubble bath in this lock. Yeah. So, here we are. We're moored up just outside of Kegworth, and as you could probably see from that bit of footage, we're moored up more or less right underneath the flight path into East Midlands Airport. A lot of people don't like mooring here because you're underneath the flight path, but Louise and myself absolutely love planes. We can't get enough of it, so to moor up here and see him coming in so low, for us, is fantastic. We love it. And worst case scenario is it's only for a night or two, so we can put up with that with a bit of plane spotting. It's been one hell of a day though. It is now, I'll swap arms, it is now 6:30 and we set off probably about 8 o'clock this morning. So yeah, it's been a very long day. It should have been an 8-hour cruise. We've took our time in places, we've stopped for lunch and water and rubbish and things like that. So you know, we're not bothered. It's been nice to have a proper cruise today. I feel like I've really had a good cruise today. Normally we don't cruise as long as this. It's only 2-3 hours, you know, on a Monday, maybe 2-3 hours back end of week. So if I have a good solid day of cruising, yeah, I've really enjoyed that. It's woke the engine up, we're in the deeper water, we can open the engine up, yeah. All is good, but there's a beer in the fridge with my name on it. And I'm going to sit here and watch a couple of planes.